The request that can be made by a guest is additional equipments in the room, extra pillows, extra towels, and also additional beddings in the room. It is important to advise the guest because sometimes the housekeeper or the housekeeping department will check if the request that the guest made is suitable or available. Then it will take a little, or it will take a few minutes to be completed because it will be delivered by a housekeeper or housekeeping department to your room. For example, is in equipment or items. The housekeeper are not well known in technical issues. For example, is on the television of the guests. Something went wrong and he will ask what actions will do to the maintenance to be able to fix right away the problem. And if not, he will call the maintenance to fix it. And in the second instance, for example, is in service, the chef or the cook will communicate to the waiter if the food is ready and ready to serve and will be given to the guest. It is important to demonstrate how to use the requested item because sometimes the guests didn't know, or sometimes the guests are new to that certain equipment on the hotel. So he will ask or the housekeeper will give a instruction on how to use it to be able to the guests not calling every time to the front office and or to the housekeeping department to ask how to use this equipment like that. For me, as for example, as a housekeeper, um, I will ask first the guests why and what's wrong with their room, and if there's something wrong or some items is not working. I'll just tell the guest that um, as a housekeeper, I will for example, ma'am, I'll just tell to the maintenance department that there's something wrong or some equipments that are not that isn't working in your room, for them to notify which room and what's wrong to be able to fix it right away. The examples of suspicious and dangerous circumstances that needs to be reported to the management are: first is if the housekeeper saw an explosive device. Second is if the housekeeper saw a weapon or a gun that is dangerous and might use of the guest to the other guest in the hotel. And the last is evidence of drugs. The employee must be aware of inappropriate behavior of the guest, such as aggressive guest or being rude, um, patrons who are intoxicated on the premises, and patrons who refuse to leave the premises when asked to do. The area that is considered unsecured is the area that is closed but are open. The area that is locked but it's unlocked, and the area that has a broken window that can cause to guest accident. The actions that needs to be done when handling a suspicious package is, first is notifying management and getting a supervisor or manager included to the situation, clearing the guest away or the people away, and the last is contacting the authorities. When handling bomb threats, you must pay attention and ask question to the caller or to the sender, then take note. After the call, speak to the appropriate person like manager or supervisor to know what is the situation is, and talk to a quiet place when no one can hear you and no one can see you. Then apply the apply the golden rule, which is it is always a genuine emergency. Take it seriously, and even though it is a joke, or in Tagalog term is haka-haka, wag kayong pakampante na, oy, joke lang yan, ganun. Take it seriously because nakasalalay yung buhay ng mga guests and buhay ng mga staff sa management. Kung hindi nila take ng serious, then totoo pala is maring madaming mapahamak. Yun lang po.